What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tapped In with Cris Sosa. I'm your host. I'm your main guy, Cris Sosa. It's just me. It's just me here. First episode. We're going for it. We're doing it. We're not overthinking it. It's happening. We're tapped in. Why are we calling it tapped in? Well, to be honest, I've been thinking of all different type of names. This name just came into me as I was brushing my teeth before recording this. I didn't want to be on my first episode with funky breath, whether y'all know it or not. I just wanted to come in here fresh. But I always think about how I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in with myself, or how you tap in with others who are also tapped in. I don't have a specific definition for it, but for me, I view it as just being outside of the norm, outside of the box. As a creative, you have to be tapped in with your emotions, with your mental state, with how you express your art. So you always have to tap in. You have to dig in. Even in my comedy, my comedy comes from a personal place, personal stories. And even when I meet others who are tapped in, it's the same frequency when you meet somebody who is alike. And when I meet that person, it's always an immediate click, guy or girl, just like you just have a connection when you're like, yo, you get it. You're tapped in, you know? So I don't want to keep sounding like a broken record this whole episode talking about, so are you tapped in? But that's where I'm coming from with this series. First episode, first podcast of my long form content going on my YouTube. This will live on my YouTube. I want to gather my supporters from really all platforms, but my main platform is Instagram. So everybody who has followed me on Instagram, come holla at me over here. We're going to give different energy, different vibes. I mean, it's still funny, I guess, but that's not the main, that's not going to be the main engine of this content. I just want to holla at y'all, you know? I want to talk to you guys about a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I want to express. One thing that most recently people have been tapping in with me to check in with me, which it didn't even dawn on me. I cut my hair. For those who have been supporting me throughout the years, I've had many hairstyles. And the recent one that I had prior to this one was my afro, the curls, blessed by Ona, the hair saint. She definitely perfected the fro at its prime. That has made it to my comedy special that you can check out on Tubi for free. Jokes on us. And that was the look. That was the peacock, you know, the feathers, the look of like, whoa, wow, bam, right when you walk into the room, bing, bop, boom, bop, bang, fro, you know. And it comes with an energy. Every hairstyle comes with an energy, you know. Those who know that. Those who are tapped in know that, you know. And so, you know, I wanted to switch it up. I know I've had this hairstyle before, a low cut, and then especially going blonde or the platinum hairstyle, the look, Cisco, you know, Eminem, those have been the very obvious jokes, you know, that you can use. But yeah, it's exciting. It's fun. It's new. It's going into like a creative pocket. I know how it felt to just like go to a restart, you know. But women, I'm only saying this because it was women in particular who have been checking in on me, making sure I'm good, you know, checking on my mental state. It didn't dawn on me that completely shaving your afro, or shaving your hair that has taken a lot of time and commitment and completely shaving it could come off as a mental breakdown. It could come off as like a cry for help. The homie Dariani Santana checked in on me. Alexis Bragby checked on me, and all coming from a loving place. It also is and others checked on me as well, but like them specifically coming from a loving place, being like, "Hey, just checking in. I love the look. It looks good, but is everything good? Are you all right? Are you okay?" And of course, I get other reactions of people being like, "Yo, the look, damn, wow, that's a whole nother change, and oh, it looks good, it works for you, and all these things." And so it wasn't until I kept being asked if I was okay that it finally had me like really look into myself and go like, "Am I okay?" Like I look at it like when a baby falls and nobody looks at it, then the baby just gets back up and it's okay. Everybody's fine. But if a baby falls and everybody looks and everybody checks in going like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" And then the baby's like, "Well, I guess I'm not okay." And it's a whole thing. And so, the more I was asked, the more I was starting to be like, "Am I okay? Am I going through it? Is this a manic? Like, am I going, but no, I'm a comedian too. At the end of the day, I'm a comedian. And it makes me think about Mark Ruffalo on The Avengers, Hulk, where he looks over at Cap and he's like, "Well, that's the thing, Cap. I'm always mad." It turns into the Hulk. It's like people checking in on a comedian. It's like, "Yo, I'm always depressed. I'm always going through. So I'm always sad." That's the fuel for the jokes to come out. Now, I know that sounds, cryptic or like dark, you know what I mean? But I'm saying that in a sense of like, that's where comedians get their, it's such a weird line, man, where comedians can, it's the Robin Williams effect, RIP to the great, one of the GOATs. But it's the feeling where people are like, you don't know what, happy people are going through, or people who their job is to make others feel joy or bring laughter, So I get the check-in, but at the same time, it's like on the spiritual side of it, I get it. Like I always like a good reset. I come from a place of making big leaps. I come from a place of taking risks. I come from a place of change, and oh man, we get to really tap into some. I'm excited for this, man. We're gonna really dig in these episodes coming, but yeah. So I come from a place of change. So when I'm due for a change, I execute. When I feel an urge of like, maybe it's a sense of fear, maybe it's a sense of like something needs to switch, there needs to be, there just needs to be a switch up. I can't stay in the same chapter for a long time, and that could be good and bad. That can, I guess, on the side of like commitment, that can be a bad thing, because it's like committing to one thing and staying and committing. That goes with like the love life, but that also goes into like a project, like an art piece. I started this painting. I finally painted on this canvas that has been standing. It's literally has been in my room for over a year on the easel, ready to be painted. And it was blank for an entire year. I finally put paint to the canvas. I'm liking where it's going. And I say it's about, I give it a good like 75% done, which is a good, it's a good place to be at. But I got off of it, and there can be a ton of things that can be. All right. First episode, first technical difficulty, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm just gonna keep it going. Okay. Didn't realize that the computer is only recording. I use QuickTime to record my audio, and apparently it only records up to 10 minutes. And I could have, you see, okay. All right. This is what I mean when you start something and you know what? Let's talk about being a perfectionist. Okay. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. I appreciate people who can just do things. Just do it. Just post. Just put on their camera, on their front camera on their phone, their iPhone, and not worry about lighting, not worry about sound, not worry about how they look, not worry about what they're saying or stuttering or all of the things that goes into my mind. I appreciate people who just bypass all of that and just hit record, post it. Don't overthink the caption. Don't think about hashtags and just go. And when I tell you that this is no shade, this is complete honesty. I appreciate you people. Y'all got that. Okay. Especially like the younger generation, like, yo, the youngins, y'all get it. The YNs, y'all get it. Yeah, they're and I mean that in as far as like content creators, not like, I'll be honest, there's a whole nother level of like not giving a damn out there in the streets. But I'm just saying, like, content creating wise, there's a fearlessness that has been generated over the times because people like us and people like, Timothy De La Ghetto, Timothy Chantaransu, Just Kidding Films, people like them who have paved the way in the YouTube days of like creating content and then like making your content and quality better and wanting to, because here's the thing. It all comes from a place of like using what you got to be able to build until you are able to get into the big screen, But wow, this really got me right now. Because yeah, even starting this today, I had to like prep myself. I've been having this setup that you guys see right now. Everything, the camera, I'm able to see myself on this screen on my iPad right here. I got my Rodecaster set up for this mic, the lighting, everything. I've been having this set up for like a week and a half, without pressing record or nothing. I would just have the camera on and I'm just looking at myself and see how it would look, even having this robe, even have like all of the things. Just so that I know, like, when the moment comes, I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna get to a place where I'm gonna be able to press record and go, right? And of course, what happens? I get cut off at the 10-minute mark, and I was actually coming from a place of, I'm gonna make this. It's gonna be around 20 minutes, and y'all let me know too. I came around 20 minutes because like, I have a special out that's on Tubi that you guys can check out on Tubi. You can check that out. It's called Jokes on Us on Tubi. Did I mention it was on Tubi? Yeah. It's free too. Yeah. No cost. No sign in either. You could just download the app and just press play. That's it. So check that out. But on my special, I was able to have you guys' attention for 23, a little bit over 23 minutes, maybe 24. So I just used that math and was like, well, you know what? I was able to hold you guys down for at least 20 minutes. Then I'm going to have my podcast start off in the 20-25 minute mark. If I go to 30, then I'm sorry. All right. Have it playing while you're in traffic, while you're cleaning. I don't know. But yeah, we're here now. Okay. What was I talking about? The painting. Okay. I got to finish it. Okay. I got to finish a lot of things that I start. That's a big one. Finish what you start, finish what you start. And, wow, I was talking for like a good, but until I figured out that it wasn't recording my audio anymore. I was still talking for like a solid, 5 minutes. Like up to right now, I can see I'm at 6 minutes now. That's how much I was talking just without the audio. Yeah, we'll see it on camera. But see, here's the thing. I could just keep the camera's audio, whatever the camera picked up. But there goes the perfectionist of nope, the sound is going to be completely different. This sounds crispy. I don't even have my headset in, but I know because I tested the audio. I fucking did. It's going to be crispy. So there's no way in hell I'm going to let that slide. So we're going to have that cut in between, and I'm going to have to go into Premiere while I'm editing and splice those up. And you know what? I'm going to do it because that's what I do. And that's another thing with recording and watching yourself. I enjoy being on podcasts. I mean, clearly, I'm in one that with solo, so I clearly like hearing myself talk. But the irony is that I cringe when I watch myself and listen to myself talk. It doesn't make sense. But it makes all the sense, And I know you know. Because I don't know, even that last podcast that I did with No Chasers, which was a lot of fun, super dope. That was definitely a bucket list. It was so dope to chop it up with Tim, Ricky Shucks, and Nikki Blades. It was a great time. But while it was happening, when it came out, I didn't click play. No, I sent it over to the crew. I just sent it to the group chat. Yo, it came out with the hopes of they would listen to it and whatever roast that comes out would make sense. I'll be okay, well, that there goes that. I get that. That makes sense. I can talk a lot or I stutter or I da. And it didn't. My brother being the first person to call and be yo, you sounded good on the podcast, man. Very conversational, and you know how to bring people in. Salo told me too, kind of the same feedback. And this is my family. This is my crew, but it's also family. My brother, my cousin, the people that I can really trust an honest critique. And they're yo, bro, it sounds dope. And I'm just I'm for real? It's like that, yeah. And it was able to even now, I'll be honest, I haven't even listened to it from front to end. I had to because I cut some clips from there, but I had to bounce around and just see oh no, I remember around this area I was talking about this. So yeah, I definitely had to yeah, it's a thing. But you know what? It's going to have to, I just got to get over it because I'm going to have to do the same thing with this. I'm going to have to listen and watch myself, but it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. This is what Tapped In with Cris Sosa is. Okay. You're seeing the very true, authentic side of me. You know what I mean? I try my best to be as transparent as possible. And you're going to get a lot of that on this show, on this series, on this, whatever we want, on this season of Tapped In. And then I want you guys to tap in with me. You know what I mean? Ask me some questions. What do you want to know? What should we tap in with? And I'll do my best to give my honest opinion on it, and we can chop it up. But you know what? We have different features too, man. I'll you know, as this progresses, we'll get some guests on here. You know, on this roadcaster, I could do phone calls. We can call in. You wanna literally tap in. You know, come tap in with your boy. You know what I mean? I'll get me a number. Tap in with your boy at 1888. Tap ins. Tap that. Tap that ass. Okay. Wow, that was crazy. But yeah. I think we're reaching our this is telling me we're at 10 minutes now, so we're at the 20-minute mark, somewhere around there. We'll find out in post, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is this first one, you know what I mean? But be on the lookout for some more vulnerability, some more authenticity, some more transparency. We're tapping into everything. I don't really go political. I don't really go religious. Yeah. So I don't know. That's just that. So, you know, I think what I work best in is, doing what you love, starting your passion, ups and downs in life and journeys in your journey, taking a leap of faith, towards your craft and what you love to do. It doesn't have to be art. It could be, really anything. That's my world. So I can ramble on and on about those type of things, but things that have to do with politics, man, and religion. And, you know, I sometimes I like talking universe talk, you know what I mean? Things aligning, numerology. Juan hates it when I talk about numerology. He thinks I'm that guy from the show Rehearsal. If you know that show, there's an episode on there who this guy is obsessed with numbers and numerology and angel numbers and all that. And I'm not that guy, but it's very close. It's very close to it. I love numbers. Numbers love me. And we have a great bond. So yeah, that's what we're tapping into. So holla at me, man. Holla at me in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. You know what the deal is. And we'll tap in with y'all next week. I'll holla at y'all. Have a good one. And peace.